looking at me?
Hello, this is my APUSH video project for cattle drives in the United States, particularly in the Wild West. Make sure to like and subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications, so you won't ever miss a video. So what are cattle drives? Basically, cattle drives were about transporting cattle over long distances. It became a major economic activity in the 19th and early 20th century. The cattle drive boomed in the late 1860s and the early 1870s after the Civil War. Even then, people have been driving cattle out of Texas for a long time before that. Transporting cattle from one place to another took an extreme amount of care to maintain a marketable way. Before the railroads, traveling long distances made the cattle lose lots of weight, making them difficult to sell for meat. Cattle buying and driving starts with buyers searching the country for cattle to purchase. They would look at cattle on the free range and brand those they wanted. Cattle farmers would sell the cows that were branded to cattle towns. Cattle towns were a place that people could buy and sell cattle. They were also a good gathering place for cowboys or people just around the area. People stopped driving cattle due to all the battles and problems of the Civil War, and they only continued to drive after the war. Because of the long break of driving cattle, the numbers of cows grew tremendously in Texas. Cowboys and their lifestyle became really popular at this time because they would be hired to drive cattle through long trails. There were several trails to travel through across states. Not only did cowboys drive cattle, but they also helped care for horses, repaired fences and buildings, and in some cases helped establish frontier towns. The biggest difference after the war was the construction of the railroad. The railroad greatly increased the speed of traveling cattle and made it so much easier. It would only take a day for a train to transport cattle from one place to another, when by horse or before it would take weeks or months. Sometimes dozens of cowboys were needed to do the job, meaning you had to pay more to transport them. The railroads also were connected throughout the country, and people started building cattle towns near the tracks so you could send and receive cattle easily. So was cattle driving all that great? Cattle farmers allowed their cattle to roam freely rather than leave them in a pen or an enclosure. But the problem was that the cattle would roam to crop farmer fields, and they would eat and destroy the crops. This angered the crop farmers, and to combat it, they created barbed wire. Barbed wire was a lot cheaper than using wood planks because wood was honestly kind of hard to find in the West, and the cattle farmers didn't really need to hire cowboys all the time to watch over the herd. Now the crop farmers were able to use higher value crops because they didn't need to worry about some random stupid cow eating their crops, and so that was a plus for them. And yeah, cows would know that barbed wire sucks because they run into it and it like hurts them, because they're stupid. Anyway, another thing was that Indians really didn't really like Americans hunting the buffalo. Uh, Before everyone started liking cows, they ate buffalo. But buffalo was a part of the Indians' diets and part of their culture, so it really just made them mad. Also because they were stealing their land. LOL. Brit Bozo. Americans also kept hunting the buffalo almost to the point of extinction, and eventually they had to make it illegal just to hunt buffalo, and so it's pretty interesting. So why is it important? Well, because of the Homestead Act, many people moved to the West, and they needed to find a way to feed all the people, especially in growing cities. So beef was just the perfect thing to use. Um, but also it just kind of created jobs for everyone. So like cattle farmers, cowboys, and people who bought cow heads to sell as meat. So like Longhorn was the thing back then. Um, and that's pretty much it. I mean, what do they use beef for? I don't know. Food. Yeah. Make sure you like and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications. so you'll never miss a video. Make sure you comment so you can enter a free giveaway of nothing.